Lights are on a dimmer switch. There's a kitchen, a fridge. Lots of storage in here, including a freezer. Nice seat there. Some cabinets up top. Stove. And this is kitchen storage. These drawers have a nice soft close, and they're pretty tight so they don't open when you're driving. But this lock, the lock here is spring loaded, so when you're driving, you hit a bump, it tends to lock itself and keep them from opening altogether. So they've never come open on me before. Gotta have good airflow to run the stove. We'll open up our window. Turn the fan on. Nice, adjustable. Countertop is a butcher block that I have sealed up to make it food safe for cutting veggies and whatnot. Nice big sink, the drying rack moved out of the way. Lots of storage in the sink. Soap dispenser built in right here. And really good water pressure. The sink, this is nice and adjustable. It's an awesome sink. Down here, we have the water tanks, the water pumps, and the drain and everything. There's lots of storage in here, so I've just been using this as a trash can. Storage for cleaning essentials. I can fit an Instapot and a ton of food down in here as well. One more nice big cabinet up here. This is on like a ratchet thing, so it doesn't really come unraveled when you're driving. Here's the closet. It's a very large closet. So lots of storage there for hanging clothes. Here we have a lot of storage here. I don't have a great use for this other than like a dirty laundry cabinet at the moment, but it can be turned into whatever you want. Here's the bed. It is a full-size mattress. I'm 6'1" and I can sleep this way no problem. It's really comfy. There's another window back here that opens up. There's another remote to the fan. Either remote, this one or that one, works for either fan. So I can turn this on and I can turn this on with just the one remote. The thermostat for the heater is right here. And then the charging station with cigarette lighter sockets, USB outlets, another USB and a USB-C, and a bunch of household AC outlets. And this also gives you a quick view of the voltage of the battery. And the smoke alarm and carbon monoxide alarm is up here as well. Over this way, we have a big blackout curtain. It blocks out all the light, so at night no one can see any light coming into the van. There's a big walkway here, so I can walk all the way through and easily come sit down, as well as stand up and walk back through. In the summertime, this AC unit fits real perfectly between these seats, and there's vents that hook up back here and go out that window, and then the extension cord gets plugged in under the bed. I'll show you that here in a minute, but it does a great job keeping this place cool in the summer. Here's the garage. I have 3 Rocky mounts, fork mounts. They all have a lock and share the same key. 3 bikes mount there easily with plenty of room on the sides for extra gear. Lots of room up here for your tools and riding gear or whatever you'd like. Skis and snowboards fit up in this corner. And then back here is our solar system. So there's a 300 amp hour lithium battery and a 60 amp hour charge controller, 2000 watt inverter. This is a smart charger, 30 amp charger that charges the solar battery off of AC power. So if you're at a campsite or at home and want to just maintain your battery, you can plug this in by plugging in an extension cord right here. The solar battery also gets charged by the alternator when you're driving from this guy, DC to DC charger. And from that outdoor outlet, there's an extra outlet. This is where I plug the AC unit in the summertime. So awesome solar system. There's 640 watts of solar panels on top. Everything is fused properly with breakers and a full cutoff switch. Here's the propane. There's a 30-pound propane tank in this locker. This locker is sealed and vented through the floor to the outside, so any leaked propane gets vented outside. There's a gauge back there to show you the pressure of the system, and there's the heater hooked up. That brown hose is the heat output that puts out under the kitchen, and this other yellow line goes over to the stove. So here's the propane tank. It also has a gauge here to show you how full it is. There's the regulator. Everything is sealed really nice and airtight in here. I also have a spot leak detector that comes with the van that you wand around each connection to check for leaks at every connection. Haven't found any leaks yet, but it's a good idea to regularly check for leaks. Also a propane alarm back on the back wall there that is constantly monitoring for any big leaks. The garage has its own separate set of lights up there with a switch right there. So at night you have good light back here, and this whole tray slides way out. Undo the locks. Slides way out to get access to your bikes and whatever storage you have there. Van has 4 brand new all-terrain tires, Hancook Dynapro Xtreme. They have the mountain snowflake symbol and a mud and snow symbol, so they're rated for riding in the snow or wherever you want. And the van also comes with a remote start, so you can start it from wherever, and this van runs great.